The patrol station had seen loud arguments before, but nothing quite like the one that unfolded that rainy Tuesday afternoon. Officers glanced toward the front desk as a black woman in a gray business suit stood with her hands folded, refusing to lower her voice. "My brother has been sitting in that holding room for 3 hours," she said firmly. "No one will tell me why he's being denied a phone call. I'm asking for the law to be followed." The desk sergeant sighed dramatically. "Ma'am, calm down before you make this worse." "I am calm," she replied. "Being respectful doesn't mean staying silent." A few people waiting in the lobby exchanged nervous looks. One officer muttered, "She's got an attitude." Within seconds, another officer stepped forward. "Turn around!" The woman blinked in disbelief. "Excuse me?" "You're under arrest for disorderly conduct." She didn't resist. She simply placed her purse on the counter and slowly turned around. The metal handcuffs clicked around her wrists. Several people in the lobby pulled out their phones. "See?" one officer said quietly. "Would have been easier if she'd just listened." The woman looked directly at him. "I've been listening," she answered. "That's the problem." She was escorted through the station, while whispers followed behind her. Some officers shook their heads, others laughed under their breath. No one asked her name. Inside the processing room, a young rookie officer searched her purse. He paused. "Sergeant." "What now?" "There's a badge in here." The sergeant rolled his eyes. "So, could be fake." The rookie looked closer. "It doesn't look fake." He handed it over. The room suddenly became quiet. Printed beneath the official seal were the words, "Office of the State Inspector General." Attached to the badge was an identification card. Deputy Inspector General Angela Brooks. The sergeant's face lost all color. "That's impossible." Angela calmly looked at him. "Is it?" Another officer hurried to a computer and typed her name. His fingers froze. Oh no. Every certification appeared on the screen. Federal appointments, state oversight authority, years of service investigating police misconduct and departmental corruption. She wasn't pretending. She was one of the highest-ranking oversight officials in the state. The captain's office phone rang less than a minute later. Then another. Within moments, the station commander came running downstairs. "What happened?" Nobody answered. He looked at Angela sitting quietly in handcuffs. Then at the identification card. His expression changed instantly. "Take those cuffs off." The rookie unlocked them so quickly his hands shook. I'm sorry, ma'am." Angela rubbed her wrists but didn't speak. The commander dismissed everyone except the supervising sergeant. What exactly occurred? Silence filled the room. Finally, a civilian witness who had been waiting in the lobby stepped forward. "I recorded everything." She handed over her phone. The commander watched the video. Angela never shouted, never threatened anyone, never resisted. She simply asked for information about her detained brother and quoted department policy. The arrest had come only after she questioned why procedures weren't being followed. The commander's jaw tightened. He slowly turned toward the officers involved. No one bothered to verify her identity. No one answered. No one asked why someone carrying official credentials was requesting policy compliance. Again, silence. Angela finally spoke. "I intentionally left my credentials in my purse." Everyone stared at her. "I wanted to be treated like every other citizen." The words landed harder than any accusation. That afternoon, investigators from the Inspector General's office arrived. Interviews began immediately. Body camera footage was secured. Reports were collected. Policies were reviewed. Before sunset, 2 officers were placed on administrative leave pending investigation. The desk sergeant surrendered his badge. But Angela wasn't celebrating. When reporters later asked why she hadn't revealed who she was the moment she was detained, her answer spread across the state. "If respect depends on a title, then respect isn't real." The quote appeared on television, newspapers, and social media. A week later, the station gathered for a mandatory meeting. The entire department stood in formation. The state police superintendent walked to the podium. "So often," he said, "we salute rank while forgetting to honor character." He invited Angela forward. As she stepped into the room, every officer stood perfectly still. Then on command, the entire station raised their hands in salute. The room remained silent except for the sound of dozens of uniforms moving together. Angela returned the salute, not because she needed recognition, but because she believed institutions could still learn from their mistakes. Afterward, she requested only one thing: no special treatment. Just make sure the next person who walks through these doors doesn't need a badge to be treated with dignity. Months later, new training programs, clearer accountability procedures, and stronger community partnerships had transformed the station. The greatest lesson wasn't that an important official had been handcuffed. It was that every person deserves fairness before anyone knows their name, profession, or position. And that lesson stayed with the officers long after the salutes ended.